Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be about 4 handbags in my collection, 1 Coach and 3 Valentino. I'm going to talk about straps a bit, and I'm also going to talk about inserts, as well as the beauty and the functionality of these bags. So to start with, I thought I would bring out the Coach item and show you how I can snazz her up and maybe give you the opportunity to do just what I'm doing. So here I have the Coach Soft Pebble Camera Bag in black, and this comes with a webbed strap, which is pretty thick, or a really skinny black strap with grommets. And I like to use it with this strap, which has grommets all the way down, or with a tally strap that has grommets just part of the way. Basically, any black Coach strap that has a little bit more thickness to it than your standard strap that comes with this bag. So don't be deterred by the fact that if you find these on the resale market, because Coach doesn't have them on their website anymore, that they come with a skinny strap, because you can do all sorts of things with these Coach camera bags, including doing the guitar straps like from see-through purses or Coach novelty straps that they're selling. There's just all sorts of ways you can dress up these soft pebble camera bags. And I showed you some of that in yesterday's video with my papaya soft pebble camera bag. Today though, the black one is featured. So I'm going to go ahead and try it on like this, just to show you how it looks with a strap that's a little bit more decorative, like this grommeted one is. So as you can see, the thicker strap not only adds more comfort, but it also just adds a little bit of bling factor. And there are many other straps that I could use with this bag, but I'm going to show you just one more today, and you'll have to let me know what you think. One of the advantages of this particular style by Coach is that there is no branding. There is no C turn lock, and that's kind of rare for Coach, because generally if they're not doing a signature print, then they do want to put C in the middle of the bag. So I do like that, because I like going incognito sometimes, and this bag lets me do that. But if I want to dress her up, I can use this Fendi strap. And I know it's Fendi, and I know this is Coach, but since Coach isn't declaring herself on this bag, let's give the Fendi strap a try. I have this Fendi strap for sale, so my motive in showing you this is just to give you some ideas of how you can snazz up your bags and potentially offer you this as a product you might want to buy. But as you can see, when you add the Fendi strap to the Coach camera bag, it makes a nice top handle, and it blings up the bag with all of these beautiful gold and silver studded FF details. And it works because Coach didn't emblazon a C on the front. Like, I wouldn't want to put a C and then an FF together, but because Coach didn't put a C on the front, you can put a strap like this on this bag. It really works better when you have the D-rings in the upright position like this. As you can see, that lifts up this Fendi strap just a little bit so that it shows the beautiful stud detailing or riveted detailing on the front. You all may be aware that I bought this strap to go with a Fendi bag that I ended up having to send back to Vestiaire Collective because it was not as described. I can put the link with that particular unboxing down in the description box if you're interested. But basically, I was going to convert a bag that had a strap that was too short by cutting it in the middle. It was a chain in the middle, and then adding this strap as a shoulder portion. I wanted to show it to you today just in case you have any black bags in your collection that may be nondescript that you would want to bling up and make them appear to look Fendi, because you can certainly do that. I have another bag I want to show her with. Just hang on a second. So this is my Louis Vuitton Odeon PM in the Damier Ebene print. And this bag is great with the top handle. I purchased this beautiful chain, which was part of the multi-pochette accessoire to go with this bag. It comes with a black crossbody strap, but you can actually bling up this particular bag with the Fendi strap as well. and I think it fits very nicely. So as you can see, because Louis Vuitton doesn't heavily brand this bag, the Fendi strap actually looks pretty darn cute on it and becomes a really nice top handle for it. You'll have to let me know what you think. Do you have any bags that could be snazzed up by a Fendi strap? Because if you do, this one is for sale. I got it for $315 and I'm selling it for $275, and these retail for over 600 bucks. So if you are interested, please reach out to me. I'll put my contact information down in the description box. I am on Instagram and I'm also available by email. This strap's in excellent condition, and it does have some wrinkling on the back, which is natural for leather when it bends and is carried in a curved position. The hardware has some very fine scratches on it, but it is in beautiful shape. I would call this excellent condition. Now on to the stars of the show. I have 3 Valentino bags to show you. I did have 4, but I recently sent one of them in to be a trade, a future trade with Rebag. They had optimized an offer they gave me before, and it was tempting. So I went ahead and took it, and now I have a credit with them for a little over $1,000 that I can use whenever that perfect bag pops up. And I'm going to tell you what bag I sent to them and also what bags I might consider in a replacement of that bag. The first bag I want to show you today is this beautiful blue Roman stud bag by Valentino. This bag is fabulous. It retails, I think, for over $3,000. I don't know the exact price, but I paid around $1,700 for it, if I remember correctly. I bought it off Fashion File and it had never been used. It still had the sticker on this plate when I received it. And I've used this bag and I only have one complaint about her. When you let the chain or this handle, which tips, rest on the top bits of the leather, it ends up puckering them here on the top. And I don't love that. So what I figured out I can do, and this pretty much makes it so where when it's in storage, it reverts back to the original condition, is I put the chain like so, where it is dangling directly behind this handle, and then I let the handle tip back so that it's not resting on those spots. Those spots have dented in the last 15 minutes since I set the bag on the floor with the strap out. So it will correct itself, at least mostly. And I just do that by storing it in this particular way. But that's the only thing that bugs me about this particular bag. One thing I might consider doing is taking the golden chain off altogether and then just using the leather strap that it comes with. I haven't done that yet, but this bag is actually in my boy's school color, so the leather strap may be more practical for me to use anyway. Let me go ahead and show you how this bag works on the shoulder, crossbody, and also show you what's inside. So it's very comfortable as a shoulder bag, and this particular style is available on Fashion File and Rebag in like new condition. Right now I'm not sure if Rebag has any, but I know Fashion File has several, and you can get them with the stickers still on the plates for between $1,500 and $2,000. Here it is crossbody with the chain. I do think it's slightly more comfortable whenever it is on the shoulder than crossbody with the chain. And the same goes true for the other style of Roman stud bag that has the flap closure. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this chain. And if you didn't know how to remove this particular type of chain, you basically meet the 2 openings in a T or a cross formation, and then it will open right up. But somehow it manages to not open up when you don't want it to, like the Givenchy closure on the mini Anagona does. The clips on the Valentino bags are very unusual in appearance. I haven't seen any others like them. I'm gonna go ahead and clip the strap on and then try it on for you with the leather strap. The leather strap is non-adjustable, and you can see that it does go up higher on my body than the chain strap did. And so that's something to keep in mind. I'm 5'8", I'm about 145 pounds, and a size medium. So if this is too high for you, then it might be better to wear it as a long shoulder bag. I would just say that if I was going to set it on a table, I would probably have this draping like so with the handle going backwards, just so that I only get those little dents in the back and not in the front. You can also leave this bit undone as a way to kind of protect the front parts of the bag. The back part though is magnetic, so you can't really leave it open as easily. Let's take both straps off the bag, well, I only have one left, and talk a little bit about what's inside. So these bags are fully leather lined, and I had custom inserts made by a shop called Divitize on Etsy. She was the only one that I could find that had inserts for the Valentino bags, and I reached out to her, and she wanted me to go ahead and measure so she could get the best custom fit, and you can see that they fit extremely well. I can link her shop down in the description box. I will tell you that these inserts are made out of a stiffer felt, which is great for structure. They will soften up over time. Mine have softened up substantially since I opened them. And I did make a suggestion to her to bring these pockets up just a little bit higher because they're a little bit shorter than I would like, but that is a very easy adjustment to make, and she has no issue doing that. So if you want to get inserts for your Valentino bags, she has options, but she will ask you to measure so that she can get your fit just right. And if something were to happen and that fit wouldn't be just right, she's going to take care of you. So there you go. There is the first of these beautiful Valentino bags. Let's move on to the next one. While I've worn the blue bag I just showed you, I've actually never worn this one. And part of the reason is because I just don't dress up that often. But when you look at this bag, you have to admit it's stunning. And even if I never wear it, I love it for my shelf. The sides are an exotic leather. They're actually lizard. And then it has embroidery on it, as well as the stud detail down the middle. This style's called the Glamlock, and it opens up with a lock like the Pochette Matisse. It is an older style. It's the one that was the predecessor for the Rockstud Spike bag, and I'm going to show you that one here in a minute. The interior is a deliciously wonderful feeling micro suede, and the insert I have on the inside is not custom made for this bag, but fits pretty darn well. And this came from my Coach Studio bag. It's one that I purchased from Green Tag Inserts, and it's designed, like I said, for the Coach Studio bag. I found if I put too big of an insert into this bag, it would end up distorting this part, and so this one fit just right, in my opinion. I love how Valentino puts in pockets for organization as well as a zippered pocket in the back. And the mint color inside is one of my favorites. I anticipate the first time I wear this, I'm going to wear it on the shoulder, but it does offer you the crossbody option as well. On the shoulder, it's pretty comfortable. It's not my most comfortable bag because it is a chain, but I do find that it's pretty darn comfortable. This chain is plated in platinum, I believe, and it is thinner than the one on the Roman stud. So the Roman stud one beats it in terms of comfort by just a little bit. And here she is crossbody. This beauty, I think, is just over 10 inches wide, but you lose some of that space because it does dent in. And so I prefer this to the next size down. I believe this is the medium size. And then there's a small, and the small one is, I think, around 8 inches across, but again, you lose probably an inch on each side. And so the medium size is the one that would be for me, especially if I wanted to use this bag for anything other than like a formal event. So that is the second of the 3 Valentino bags I'm showing you today. The third is my Rockstud Spike bag. You may have seen this bag several times on YouTube in the Poudre or Rose Canal color. They have a powdery pink color, and that shade is basically the background of this bag, I believe. This shade is some sort of a camel or a tan or a beige. I don't know the official name of this color. This bag passed with flying colors. I have her decked out with a sticker from Have Deluxe, the United Kingdom company that I use oftentimes to protect the hardware on my bags. She's plated in platinum as well. Again, I'm pretty sure that's what they plate with. I got that from another YouTuber. The hardware is very hard wearing, funny like terminology, hard wearing. It does seem to hold up very well, but this plate here is an area that gets scratched whenever it's used. And so I wanted just to go ahead and protect it. I didn't feel like I really needed to protect the top bit as much as just this back plate. So let's go ahead and look inside this beauty. She is fully leather lined, and this insert is also from Divitize and also is a perfect custom fit. Once again, I would ask her to make these pockets a little taller, maybe bring them up within about 1/4 of an inch of the top of the insert. They'll be a little more functional in holding credit cards in that way. I created my own base shaper for this bag. M Boutique Australia does not offer a base shaper for her. And so what I did is I just put some thicker paper, like cardboard type paper, together and wrapped packing tape around it. And I made sure to round the corners so that I wouldn't end up with a divot or a scratch or a hole on the leather on the interior of the bag, because there's no sharp edges now. When you look inside the bag, you can see that there's a great big leather pocket as well as a zipped pocket. And these bags notoriously will always have dents right here on the inside of the flap because they rest on these little studs. This one, though, has very little of that and was virtually in new condition when I received it. I do want to show you that the bags tend to cave in. And so, you know, if this is something that would bother you and you're buying pre-loved, you need to make sure to check out the structure of the bag as you see it in the photos. And also just note that you can make a big difference with an insert, even if you make it yourself. So look, I just put that in and now you saw it cave in just a second ago and it's not doing it anymore. The inserts from Divitize or from whichever company you would choose, this is the best one I found for Valentino. They fit extremely well and they offer even more structure and they hold that base shaper that I made in place. I have not worn this bag yet. It's not for any particular reason. I mean, it's a little flashy. It's kind of a dressy bag, but I would definitely wear this with something like what I have on right now. I'm going to go ahead and try her on for you. This is the medium size, although sometimes it gets called a small, and it's around 9 or 10 inches wide. I noticed Yugi's Closet calls this the small, so you really just need to go off the measurements instead of the name, or you may end up with a smaller size. It does look different. The smaller size is basically less tall. I think the width is pretty similar on it, but you can notice the visual difference between the small and the medium. And then if you double check the measurements, you'll know for sure. But here she is crossbody. Again, this is a thinner strap, just like the Glamlock. And this is the Rockstud spike. It does not come with a leather strap. The only one that comes with a leather strap is the blue Roman stud bag. And the Roman stud bags generally come with the chain strap, unless you get some of the grained versions with the suede lining, and then sometimes they'll have a leather strap instead of the chain strap. But this bag, I like that you can also carry it as an arm carry bag. It is super comfortable with this wide top handle. And unlike the Roman stud bag, you can remove this top handle. This O-ring clips right off. You can also hook these straps directly to the O-ring, which would give you a longer crossbody look if you needed it, instead of having them doubled up like this. Because as you can see, when you pull it tight, you've got this much of lost length. While if you hooked it directly to these spring rings, you would gain another, I don't know, 6 inches or however much that is. You may have noticed that I did not show you one bag, and that bag was featured in the video I did in collaboration with Michele Luxury and Something Latte, and it's titled something like Bags That I Purchased That I Love, but I wish I would have done something different. And that is my pink Roman stud bag, which basically has the same studs, but this shape. And I sold that bag to Rebag for site credit, and I paid like $1,700 for it, and they gave me just under $1,100. And so I lost money on it, but the pink of that bag just really wasn't quite the right pink. I bought new clothes to try to make it work in my wardrobe, and I just felt like it wasn't ever quite the right one. I like the style, even though the studs did poke me a bit when I wore the bag. I did love the style. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bide my time and either buy it again in the gingerbread color, or I might buy a different style from Valentino in that gingerbread color, which is sort of a corally rust shade. And I know I like that because I once had a Tory Burch Willa in that color. I don't know. I've been kind of eyeing the Valentino, and I figured when they gave me an optimized offer, because originally they only offered me around $800 for that bag. When they got it up over $1,000, I thought I'm going to just take this and then wait until one of the gingerbread colored ones pops up. So don't be surprised if sometime in the future I have a gingerbread colored Valentino, whether it's the one stud style or it's the V Loco logo style or the V Logo logo. Yes, I think that's what it is, V Loco logo. Or the other one would be the Roman stud flat bag. It's funny because this one just popped up for sale in the flap style on Rebag at a great price. And I probably would have gotten that if I hadn't already had this one. And I don't really want to do any more trading because you lose so much money. This one, again, my only issue with it is just that it gets these little dents right here. That drives me just slightly crazy, but not crazy enough to swap her out because she's so stinking cute. And I've got perfect inserts for her to boot. So that is the end of my strappy Valentino video. And if you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. It's the @ then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.